Greetings YouTube and welcome back to another vlog. Yeah, all I can say is thank you for the comments on the last one that I did. All I can say to those people is a massive thank you. I always enjoy reading your comments because I've had some interesting ones as well. Yeah, last week I was talking about, let's just say ranting as well, about people becoming slaves to like the smartphones and stuff. I know one person said that they're considering of a detoxing, if that's the right word, thinking of like spending less time on the phone after listening to what I've just said. I mean, you don't have to take my advice. As I say, if you're feeling like as if you're spending too much time on your phone, then as I say, it's up to you to spend a little time away from it. Because yeah, it's good, and sometimes you find out that there's more. You find out that there's a hell of a lot more to life than just staring at a screen, looking at fake news or stories that people like to exaggerate to try and either make themselves look better or try and make a situation look worse than what it really is. I couldn't be bothered with Facebook, like I mentioned last time. I can't be bothered with all of that. My life is far more important than staring at a screen and looking at pointless crap that will have no effect on your life. And yeah, staying away from your phone and staying away from your computer for long periods actually does make you feel a bit more positive about yourself. If you spend too much time looking at certain things, then you seem to enjoy your time less and less. And I've seen it with some where they're already bored, so what do? They go on their mobile phone to become even more bored than what they were previously. That's probably the impression that I get. I mean, I could be wrong on that, but that's just my opinion. Anyway, what else do I need to talk about? Oh yeah. Apparently we've got this this heat wave coming. I mean, yeah, we've already got a bit of a heat wave here in the UK, but it's supposedly getting hotter and hotter as the week goes by, especially down south. I feel sorry for people who live in places like London, Brighton, and Southampton, for example. In this weather, especially those who can't stand the heat, I feel sorry for them. Because all they want to do is just go about the day and not wilt in the heat and struggle at night as a result. Yeah, I mean, I'm a person who likes to sleep. I like a good night's sleep, but in this weather, the sleep is, let's just say, a little bit problematic. I mean, of course, you could have an afternoon nap, and sometimes you feel better for it. Other times you feel worse. But yeah, I like sleep, but not in this weather. I can't wait for when autumn and winter arrive. Because, yeah, even though the weather is cold, I can actually sleep better in those conditions rather than like waking up in like a massive pool of sweat, tossing and turning at all hours. Yeah, it's not fun at all. But, as I say, we've got to get used to it. I mean, they've got an amber warning alert for extreme heat, but that's at the weekend and into early next week. Thankfully, the temperatures are going to start cooling down a bit after that, or at least I hope it does, because I'm not a fan of this weather whatsoever. If you like this weather, kudos. You deserve massive kudos from me. But like I say, this is my least favourite time of the year. And yeah, I wish I wasn't born during the summer, because believe it or not, it's my birthday next week. I'll be turning 28, so I don't know what will be happening then. So hopefully it'll just be a nice day. mean, when I was a kid, I couldn't wait for it to be my birthday because I knew I'd either get a bit of pocket money, um, a video game, a video, or whatever, a toy that I've been waiting for. But as I say, as a kid I loved my birthdays, but I loved Christmas even more. But nowadays, as you get older, you don't know what you want for your birthday or your Christmas for a matter. You don't know what you want as a present, and as it gets increasingly harder and harder. I mean, when I was a kid, like a really young kid, I had this massive obsession for Thomas the Tank Engine. So whether it be for birthdays or Christmas, any present that I get had to have something related to Thomas the Tank. Which I even though I've not watched Thomas properly, even though I've not watched Thomas in many years, I still consider it to be the greatest kid show ever made. I mean, the really old episodes, like the ones with Ringo Starr narrating, and the the first few that Michelangelo did, who of course, Michael sadly passed away at least just over 2 years ago. So yeah, but yeah, as a kid, I was obsessed with that. I don't care. I think it's the greatest kid show ever made. Well, at that point, it's now turned into babyish crap. Yeah, they've completely dumbed it down, and they've made it all woke as well. I'm not even kidding you. Yeah, yeah. Thomas was fantastic when it was Ringo Starr, and the first couple of series with Michelangelis. Even though I know some people say seasons, even though seasons is an American thing, I don't know where to get the seasons from. Us Brits, even though it's series, we call it series over here. Yeah, but I consider that to be the greatest kid show of all time. But if I'm talking about cartoons, it'll probably be Tom and Jerry. I mean, who doesn't like Tom and Jerry? Yeah, all the old school classics like the Flintstones, Wacky Races, Pink Panther. I'm trying to think of many others I could go on about. But yeah, I like a lot of the British kids shows at that age. I wasn't interested in like Transformers or the Ninja Turtles or anything like that. Heck, by the time I was born, no one was really interested in the Ninja Turtles, or as they were called here, the Hero Turtles. And then, of course, Transformers. Yeah, I wasn't not a fan of Transformers at all. I mean, it's got a great theme song, and I will admit they have some cool toys. I do like the toys, but I don't know. I just don't really like the cartoon. All it is they only did the cartoons to sell merchandise. I mean, I know it's a bit hypocritical of me saying that because they sold Tom's the Tank toys, but the thing is, I actually prefer the British like kid shows over like most of the American ones because, for example, a lot of the shows inspired kids to be stuff like firemen, as for example Fireman Sam. A lot of people want to be postmen because of Postman Pat. Some want to be train drivers because of Thomas the Tank Engine. And I'm sorry, you can't grow up to be an Optimus Prime. I mean you could dress as one, but you can't. There's no such real. You can't have a real job as Optimus Prime. It doesn't make sense. You can't have a real job as He-Man, can you? I mean, it'd be good to slice people's head off with a sword as a job. You can do it to people you don't like, but it doesn't work like that. It's just weird. But yeah, I know a lot of people grew up with Transformers and all them lot like G.I. Joe, or I think it was called Action Force because I don't know. Because I don't know, certain names and things were illegal, or perhaps, I don't know, a bit too edgy. what's going on. I honestly don't know why. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I watched a few like some of these American cartoons though on like reruns because I wasn't born until like 1994. So I mean, I didn't watch any of these shows in the prime, and even if I did, I gotta be honest with you. I gotta be honest with you. Some of the ones that I have seen just don't interest me whatsoever. I'll be honest with you. I remember watching the. I remember. I know we had like some like random VHS tapes. We had like random stuff over the top of the tank. But no, I remember when we were in the school, they had like this compilation of like kids. It was like a VHS. It was a compilation of like kids shows and cartoons. It was just some random ones. They had Thundercats on it, which, to be honest with you, all I can really remember is the intro to Thundercats. But I don't know. I can't remember if I liked the show or not. But as I said, I was probably a bit too young. They had that on the Mask. If anyone remembers that. If I remember, Mask was actually a pretty good show, and I'd say Miles better than Transformers. But they had like a mixture of like American kid shows and like British ones like Rupert the Bear, of course, stuff like that. Pingu, well, Pingu is a classic, but I know, it took me years to realize that Pingu isn't even English. Yeah, I can't remember what country Pingu is from, but I don't know. I think he's from like Iceland or something like that. I could be well and truly wrong on that, but you know, some of those shows I grew up thinking they were British are not British at all. I mean, some of them I realised are Canadian. I don't know. It's just weird. I mean, of course, I grew up with the likes. I also grew up with the likes of Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network in like years ago. I mean, both those channels have gone to shit. If I'm being honest with you, yeah, because I watched some of the more recent cartoons with my nephews, and I gotta be honest with you, I feel sorry for them because they have to put up with crap like Teen Titans Go. I don't know. Adventure Time's actually not that bad. Actually, it's actually a surprisingly decent show. Gumball is tolerable, but yeah, there's like other shit. I can't remember. Yeah, but when I was watching Cartoon Network back in the late 90s and early 2000s, there were so many great cartoons on there, like Dexter's Lab. Who doesn't like Dexter's Lab? Ed, Edd and Eddy, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Johnny Bravo, probably the best thing that Seth MacFarlane's ever done. Yeah, give me Johnny Bravo over Family Guy. I used to like Family Guy, but I don't know, I just got a bit sick of it, if I'm being honest with you. What other cartoons did I used to like watching on the Cartoon Network? Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy and Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Powerpuff Girls, that's it. I couldn't remember. I know, I can't believe I almost forgot about the Powerpuff Girls. Yeah, but yeah, that cartoon got remade. Another cartoon that got a shitty reboot. Just to cash in on nostalgia, really. I honestly, I hate that. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But they have to keep milking nostalgia, milking it till it runs dry. I've mentioned it on the vlog, like not the last vlog, probably a vlog I did earlier this year where I keep saying to keep remaking games and rebooting games that don't need rebooting. Seriously. Nickelodeon, what else? Nickelodeon was great. I used to love some of the sitcoms on there, like Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Keenan and Kel. I remember watching Drake and Josh as well, but if I'm being honest with you, I think I spent more time watching Cartoon Network because I actually preferred the stuff on there. But Nickelodeon had some great cartoons, though. Absolutely fantastic ones like Rugrats, Ren and Stimpy, Rocco's Modern Life. The first couple of series, the first three series of SpongeBob, and then that just turned into absolute shite as well. What other cartoon series like on Nickelodeon? Hey Arnold, Doug. I remember liking it at the time, but recently I watched it back, and I gotta be honest with you, it bored the tits off me. It absolutely bored me to tears. A show that I used to like absolutely bored me. Some of them have actually, some of them have actually aged well. I mean, I know some of the humour in it might be a bit too edgy for today's TV, but I'd rather have honestly, I'd rather have edgy than watered down woke tripe. Honestly, I would. And that's one of the reasons why I don't watch TV much nowadays, because of the stuff that they're shoving down your neck. They're doing it to a football to the point where, I mean, there's certain things killing the sport like VAR, for example, but it's also the political messages that they're shoving into football. And I know why they're doing that, or I reckon I know why they're doing that. It's because football is the world's most popular sport. So of course, the more they know that more people watch football than I'd say rugby or darts, for example. But yeah, they have to apply political messages in the British game of football and all that lot. I get why they're doing it, but as I say, it shouldn't have to be in every single game. It shouldn't have to be in every single game. To me, football should just be a sport. And it should be just an enjoyable sport. But they're implying stuff or implementing things. Sorry, I got the word wrong. Implementing things into the game, and they're trying to suck the life out of it. I don't want it to be like that, because football is my favorite sport. But if they keep sucking the life out of it, then it may no longer be my favorite sport, and I'll probably become more of a rugby fan. But I mean, rugby is probably my second favorite sport, especially the rugby league though. Yeah, my rugby league team is St Helens. I quite like rugby union. I don't watch rugby union very often, but if I were to choose a team out, if I were to choose a team out of the union ones, it'd probably be Harlequins. Not because I like the way they play the rugby, but I don't know, their kits are so iconic though. Yeah, it's like as I say, it's like a mishmash of all different kinds of colours. But I just like the way that they do it. But yeah, and then like the International Rugby Union, the Six Nations, and like the Rugby World Cup, I enjoy those. But as I say, that may end up becoming rugby may end up replacing football. It may, honestly. I hate saying that because I've been a fan of football since the very late 90s. I don't know if, I mean, yeah, all thanks to Liverpool Football Club. I mean, would I have been a football fan if it wasn't for Liverpool? I honestly don't know. I think I'm probably, but as I say, I became a Liverpool fan in around 1999. And then people will say, "Oh, you're a glory hunter." Yeah, but the funniest thing is, the season I supported Liverpool, we finished 7th in the league, below Aston Villa and West Ham. No joke. Yeah, United won the treble that year. So you can't exactly call me a glory hunter when I spent most of my life not seeing Liverpool win the league. The only time we won the league, well, we won the league 2 years ago. Yeah, we won the league in 2020 after 30 years. And then when we won the league, every other football fan was like getting they were getting they were throwing the toys out the pram, saying, "Oh, Liverpool shouldn't have won it, oh, because of COVID and all that lot." Yeah, because I know we won the league during the pandemic. I know we won the league then. People say, "Oh, we only won because of that." I mean, but I bet you, if it was another team winning the league, they'd be singing a different song. Of course, the thing is, people apparently hate Liverpool. If that's the case, why do you keep mentioning them if you supposedly dislike Liverpool? You love Liverpool, just admit it, you love them. You love them, you're a closet fan. Just stop embarrassing yourself. And I think, as I say, you're not a true football fan. If you're talking about other teams more than your own, and that's it. If it was any other, like I said, if it was any other team winning the league, they wouldn't kick up such a fuss. And I honestly don't get the mentality of them. People are just jealous for no reason. I don't get jealousy. I never understand why jealousy is a thing. You know, it's just sad. You may not like the club, but show some decorum, show a bit more decency, and just applaud the team. Like, I mean, Man City won the league last season, and you know what? I have nothing bad to say about them, but the only thing I can say is congratulations. The better team deserved to win the league. That's all I can say. Yeah, no complaints, because going into the last season, I was not expecting Liverpool to go on to finish second. I thought we would struggle a bit. I thought Chelsea and City would destroy us, but no, that wasn't the case. The fact that it went to the final day of the season, and the fact that we lost the title by one single point, it honestly surprised me, because I was expecting Man City to be at least 15, possibly even 20 points ahead of us. But I'd say, whoever wins the league deserves it, whether you like them or not. You can't be sour grapes, because being sour doesn't change anything. It doesn't change anything. You can't keep living your life in negativity. You've got to be positive. And as I say, I mean, each season is different, so you never know what's going to happen. You can't just say, "Oh, we're going to win the league," or "such and such will win the league." It's not as simple as that. It really isn't. But people just say, "Oh, such and such will win it because they've got loads of money." Well, Leicester City didn't have any money in 2016, and they managed to defy the odds by actually winning the Premier League, and they were tipped as one of the favourites to be relegated. I mentioned that last time in the previous vlog, but as I say, it's just an example as to what can happen. I mean, something like that may not happen again, but you never know. Football is absolutely weird. But as I say, usual suspects. I know people just do the predictions and just go by such as, "Oh, well, such and such will do it. Oh yeah, they will win by God knows how many points." You don't know. Anything is possible. Even the impossible. Anyway, I think I shall wrap this vlog up today. Sorry if it seems a bit all over the place, but honestly, I couldn't really think of anything interesting to say, though I'm sure you'll disagree, and of course, I mean, you'll probably say, "Oh yeah, you've done a good job." I mean, I admit my videos are not the best. they're not the best whatsoever. But that's it. You gotta have a, I don't know, sometimes being unprepared, even though it can sometimes go pear-shaped, other times it could just go into a random waffle like this, and even though it may not seem interesting to me, you may beg to differ. And I don't, that's the magic of these vlogs. It's, yeah, anything happens. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And that is that, really. So anyway, I hope I shall see you next time. So I suggest you take care, look after yourself in this weather, and I shall see you very soon. Take care.